I'm Eric Sterling, President of the Criminal Justice Policy Foundation. President Obama is campaigning to raise the minimum wage, to lift millions of Americans out of poverty, and to give the economy a boost. Last year, 23 million Americans held the lowest paid jobs in the country. This campaign recalls the wisdom of Henry Ford, who ran Ford Motors on the principle that if you worked for Ford, you could earn enough to buy a Ford. This principle applies to the entire economy. For your employer to sell the products you make, you need enough customers with enough disposable income and credit to buy those products. Social policies that shrink the number of customers in America hurt the economy and weaken the job market. Same thing with housing construction. If you work in construction, you've got to earn enough to be able to buy a house or an apartment. Social policies that shrink the number of customers in America hurt the economy and weaken the job market. One of the biggest drags on the economy is the millions of criminal convictions for drug offenses that have been accumulating over the 45 years since President Nixon launched the war on drugs. President Obama's focus on raising the minimum wage ignores a key step he could take to grow the economy and fight poverty, which is to reform the drug laws. We need a national amnesty for drug convictions and youthful nonviolent offenses after you demonstrate a clean record for 5 years. A minor drug conviction must no longer be a life sentence of underemployment and poverty. We should stop arresting drug users because it doesn't work in the first place. Defenders of the war on drugs point to the value of court-ordered treatment for drug offenders, but in reality, the supply of treatment is tiny. My county handles about 18 or 19,000 criminal cases a year, but has only about 100 people in its drug court at any one time. 45 years of experience of threatening high school students and other young people with arrest for marijuana has been ineffective as a prevention mechanism. About 1 in 5 high school seniors is still regularly using marijuana. The mistakes of drug use by millions of young people cast a long shadow over their lives and over the entire economy. When those drug laws were written, no one imagined how extensively they would be applied and how expensive they would become. We don't run our economy on the technical infrastructure of the 1960s. We should not shackle today's workers and our economy to laws that are almost a half century old.